And welcome back to our KTBS Plus live streaming service, wherever you guys are joining us today. We hope that you guys are having a safe and a warm morning. And we want to thank you for tuning in as we show you guys more of these neighborhood road conditions that we're working with. So without further ado, let's flip this camera around and start looking at these road conditions. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting here, and there we go, right on in. And so this is kind of what your neighborhoods are looking like here in Shreveport. We are in Highland right now, in North Highland.
This is Centenary where it turns into Gladstone.
And so obviously you can see just how much more dangerous these look, how much more icy these look on the roads that are less traveled than some of our main streets and our Texas streets that we see downtown. And so I think that it's extremely important to kind of, one, this is us testing these roadways, and also giving you guys what you guys can kind of see while we go through here, taking this turn extremely slow. Excuse me, guys, I have the hiccups for some reason as we started going in here. Okay, I'm good now. But yeah, so far this morning, just being honest, we have felt a little bit of slippage here and there, different parts of just where we have been. It's kind of hard to tell, but the majority of the slipping comes whenever we are trying to take off from an intersection, or maybe if we hit just one little rough spot here and there. But I mean, very shortly after, our tires do catch traction. And so while we are urging you guys that these road conditions are still dangerous, I think Nate said it the best one time in one of his live shots, where he said, just because some people can travel around and be okay on these roads does not mean everybody should feel confident and okay to be traveling around and navigating the roadways here. Everyone's car is different. Everyone has a different way of driving. One thing that I will urge people is that, one, guys, slow down. We have been driving extremely slow, but the public, man, you would just think that these roads have been dry and it's a summer day in June. As our light is starting to unmagnet here. But yeah, the way that they drive is just so it's quick, it's normal, it's all of these things. And so obviously that we want you guys to make sure you guys are staying safe, of course, being okay on the roadways as we are going through. Jeff, tell me about kind of how you've navigated driving over these last 5 days.
Oh yeah, the key word is slow. Go slow. And then on any intersection, even if you have the right of way, slow down and look. Because although you're paying attention and driving responsibly, somebody else can come sliding through that intersection even though you have the right of way. And we've seen that several times over the course of this event and other events too. That you'll be at a red light, it'll turn green, you'll start to go, and another car just slides sideways through the intersection. So you'll not only have to watch out for yourself, you got to watch out for the other drivers that may be temporarily distracted or something like that. So just have to be careful.
Absolutely.
Elevation is a good thing.
I was
too,
just about to say that.
Going down these hills, you got to go super slow. Let the car do the work. Let off the gas and just coast if you need to, and start stopping early. That's the main thing. Especially with these hills, you got to remember, if you start sliding going up a hill, let off, back down that hill if you have to. You could back down it if you have room, and you can catch traction and either try it again or find another route. So this is a Byrd High School we're coming up on here.
Yeah, like we said, I think even yesterday was a big kind of testing day for us. We were up parked in the Elsie's parking lot, and we love Elsie's, and we were sitting inside just waiting to go, and all of that ice that we were traveling over there on North Market was just absolutely crazy. The fact that so many people, that's a very popular I would say a place or roadway for the people drive is right there on North Market off LA Highway 1. And there was so much ice just still layered on top of those ruts that we try to find, that we were still slipping. And that was yesterday when the sun was out, melting some of that ice. And of course, things got super cold. And I believe that last night, were the coldest that it was going to get. And so all of that refreezing that you go over, all of that different things that you guys are experiencing, if you guys get out and try to drive today, will be because of all of the melting that went down earlier on yesterday. And so kind of the process of that is now when the sun came out, it was obviously still super cold outside. And so because the sun was out, it melted like just a top layer of all of this thick ice that we're on. And that top layer was really just like crunchy, not super wet, very just like loose, icy ice, really. And so, but when it melted, it obviously, then it becomes sticky ice, and then all of it comes together, and it kind of forms this glass, super reflective, hard ice that we're driving over right now. And that's why we were saying, hey, these road conditions are pretty treacherous, I would say. It's because of that refreezing that went on yesterday afternoon. But in all honesty, like we've kind of said, so far so good, honestly. These are not absolutely unbearable road conditions. We're not slipping up hills at a consistent rate, I would say.
Yeah, much better today.
Much better today. But obviously, just because we are going over one area doesn't mean your area that you are at or around at home is better than where we're at, or worse than where we're at, right? And so making sure that you guys are maybe taking a look at your roads around you before you get out and try to drive, making sure that your roads and or neighborhood or exit or whatever you are trying to get out is doing things correctly.
Yeah, yesterday I'd say we concentrated on the major roads, and all the major roads, or the bigger roads, are open. But still, coming out of your house, coming out of these neighborhoods, it's going to be slick. So if you have to get out, take your time.
Absolutely,
sure. I want to say shout out to Drip Donuts. I see they're open this morning.
Absolutely. Even yesterday, I mean, we can go over some of the things that have stayed open. I think deserve a little credit here. A lot of the gas stations that we have gone to, there have been people inside the gas station making sure. I know there was even a gas station that we went to that had a whole like fast food chain inside where we were able to get some food. Yesterday we were at a Mexican restaurant and we were able to get some food. And
El
Paso, amazing. I didn't know if we were allowed to shout them out or not. But like different places like that that have been open. Waffle House, we can give a shout out to. And look at this giant hill right in front of us is closed, right in front of Byrd High School. I actually have a story about this. We had a freeze kind of just like this, I believe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And whenever we did, I tried driving my car at the time. I did not have a very good car. And I remember slipping all up this hill. And so it's good to see that they have shut that down over here by the station as we have a nice little Exxon. I actually went through the Exxon and out the other side just to try to get away from some of that slipping. But yeah, as we continue to kind of learn more and experience more of these roadways, we're going to keep you guys updated, try to keep you guys updated all throughout the day. But yeah, I mean, look at this too. This seems like it was salted. This is definitely pure pavement that we're driving over top of right now. As you can see, we went from pavement to that ice, that slippery ice, that glistening that you guys can kind of see in the camera is all ice. And so it is super kind of intense to make sure that we are driving slow, like we said. So we passed Kirby Street, coming down over here by the Easy Cash. Yeah, Jeff, what have we kind of missed while talking about? Have we missed anything talking about road conditions yet?
No, just everything. Like you can see, this looks clear until you get right here, and then it's turned back to ice coming into the, and we slid a little bit. That's my bad.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pure ice right there.
Yep.
And we weren't going that fast, but had we gone a little bit faster, we'd have coasted right out in the middle of this intersection while the light was red. So
yeah, and we talked about that a little bit this morning too. Kind of the why of how whenever you guys are sitting at a red light, how your exhaust actually plays a big part into why these intersections are kind of so slippery. Whenever you stop at a red light, your exhaust obviously emitting heat, you're warm in your car probably. And when it does that, it's melting that layer of ice, that just a little bit, that top layer of ice right there. It's melting that depending on how long you sit at this red light. And it's just going to refreeze instantly whenever you leave, depending on the traffic and different things. But I mean, that goes to show again why things are so slippery. It's constantly getting wet and then refreezing, then getting wet and then refreezing over and over and over again. And so it makes it hard and difficult.
Glass.
Kind of like that glass that we kind of talked about in the ice. And so making sure that you guys are being safe, making sure that you guys, whenever you guys are going to start up on a green light, you guys take an extra second to make sure and look both ways, because God forbid someone be driving like they're driving normally, like we talked out yesterday, driving 45, 50 miles per hour, and they try to stop on this ice and they just slide. And you never want to be in a predicament where you're out in the middle, driving slow, doing what you're supposed to, and someone comes at you flying down the iceway. This is not bobsledding, and so we're definitely trying to make sure everyone is staying safe. That is actually one thing that I think that we can even talk about that has surprised me a little. The amount of people just driving fast. Like we got places that we need to go and things like that. And just yesterday, I remember we were at an intersection and there was a truck. I swear he was going 50 down through downtown, just flying while the ice. And I mean, to teach their own, I guess. I think that's the saying.
But if that light turned, there's no way he would.
Yeah, there's no way you can stop. And I think this guy right here up next to us must have the KTBS 3 live stream on, because do you see how slow he was driving? He was making sure that he was staying safe. He was driving slow. That was really slow. That was probably about 5 miles per hour. But definitely making sure that, I mean, these conditions are warranted, are worth that 5 miles per hour. It was worth you guys being safe, as this roadway right here looks slippery as we go down here. I think just showing off these road conditions is so important. Even if we kind of just have to reiterate some of the things that we're saying to you guys, I think today is even more important. If you guys can get to a gas station and pump up those tires, the cold air in your tires, if you guys haven't been out for the last 5 days, the cold air is going to take some of that out of your tires, right? Obviously, that's just how science works. Cold air condenses atoms. They don't move around. They don't bounce around as much. And so having that, obviously, you could go to a gas station, make sure you're getting the best traction on these roads. Driving, oh my goodness, sorry, I just got thrown around the car a little bit.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay, Jeff. It was a joke. Sorry, I was. Yeah, we are just making sure that we're taking things safe. Still, I would advise, if you guys are getting out of the house today, bring a blanket with you, bring maybe a bottle of water or two. Now, we did hear that conditions are supposed to be way better by this afternoon, and so in the odd case that you guys do get stuck, and the terrible case that you guys get stuck, make sure you are prepared. Maybe a little phone battery, a little wireless charger,
water.
But yes, a couple bottles of water, maybe some snacks you could bring with you, just to make sure that you guys are prepared in that case of an event. And hopefully we have all of our power outage cases taken care of today as well. I know a lot of people have been without power over these last couple days, and we were at a SWEPCO staging station yesterday, where we saw all of those SWEPCO workers down at the fairgrounds just working hard, literally, just making sure that they were fed and getting back out there and taking care of all those power things. And so hopefully we have gone through our icy flurry of the year after today. I think we probably have one of these maybe once every year or two, and it gets real icy and real bad, and we get to go out and experience these type of things. But in all honesty, as a reporter, it's been kind of fun going out and being able to see the different things. We've been saying safe, first of all, but just being able to go and be downtown and seeing the ice come down. I don't even know if I should call it snow, really, but like the icy rain and the ice come down, and being a part of that was really cool, getting to experience those things. Obviously, we kind of talked from a point of privilege, obviously not having to have our power out or anything like that. So obviously that's why the conditions might have been a little fun for us, but even getting to go see the kids in the community, right? Travel and be and have fun on Thrill Hill. That's what I was looking for. Seen the kids like bring out the mom's cooking pans and different things like that, just to sled down the hill. That was a really great experience. I'm really excited to see all friends come back from Marshall and Oklahoma, and everything like that. They've been doing an outstanding job. I know that they're ready to come back home. All the reporters, of course, what I'm talking about, my friends. I'm talking about Madison and Riley and Madeline and Nick, and Miss Julie Parr out in Texarkana. All of those guys have done an absolutely amazing job. Nate Fluharty, can't wait for him to be back at the station. Sorry, Nate, just kidding. But I can't wait to see you guys, and of course see Miss Shannon again. All of those people, as we have a first responder right here. We also need to talk about our first responders. I think as we kind of wrap up this live stream here, talking and thanking all the people. One, I thought it was so impressive how many first responders we saw out on the roadways over this 5 day. I mean, we see one maybe like every 2 or 3 minutes. While we're driving. We see a police car. We've seen all different types of police cars, to be honest with you, too. We've seen like the Dare cars out. We've seen some super low profile police cars out. We've seen the regular police cars out. We've seen state police out. And so seeing all of those first responders, and then of course we responded to that fire, or we didn't respond to it, but we went in and saw and that fire that happened on Saturday evening. And there was 14 units there. And that is units being fire trucks and police officers and whatever. But still, there was a lot of people out there making sure that you guys and the surroundings are all safe. And so the utmost appreciation for them. And of course, everybody watching. We couldn't, come out here and do what we do without you guys, and making sure that you guys are A-okay, as we are now going one more time over all the sides on Marshall Street here. But yeah, I think that this is going to wrap it up for our live stream here. As you guys can see, we've gone over some pretty nice looking roads. We've gone over some pretty icy looking roads. I would say can't wait for this afternoon, when I believe I heard Skip say things are going to get into the 50s. Are you kidding me?
We'll take that.
I will absolutely. I'll take that. I mean, that's dog walking weather for sure. So making sure that we are all good to go is key. Guys, stay safe, stay warm, and we hope you guys have a happy and healthy rest of your day. Bye-bye.